Hello, and welcome to this PIC Wire and Cable webinar. My name is Matthew, and I will be your Global Spec moderator, and I want to review a few housekeeping items with you before we begin. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with the operation of the user interface for today's webinar. The windows with the heading Presentation are the primary windows for today's webinar. On the right side of the screen is the Speaker Bio window, with background information on today's presenters. On the bottom left of the screen is the Q&A window. At any time during the presentation, you can enter a question into the box in the lower section of the window and click Submit. Your question will be placed in the queue to address when we get to the Q&A session. At the bottom of your screen, you will see additional buttons to enhance your webinar experience. To see what a particular button does, just place your mouse pointer over it and a tooltip will appear with a description of the button's function. And now, I would like to introduce today's presenters. With us today, we have Thomas Folks, the Sales Application Engineering Manager for PIC Wire and Cable, and we also have Brian Loeb, the Interconnect Product Manager, also coming to us from PIC Wire and Cable. To read more about our presenters, please look at the Speaker Bio window right next to the main presentation window. And guys, welcome to today's event. And with that, I will pass things along to you to get started.
Welcome to the PIC Wire and Cable webinar. Today we will discuss advancements of Ethernet requirements within the aerospace and defense computing market. We'll then explore some innovative interconnect solutions to solve these new demands. Let me start off by introducing our key speakers for today's webinar. My name is Thomas Folks, and I am the Sales Application Engineering Manager here at PIC Wire and Cable. I spent nearly a decade in the United States Army supporting aviation-based electronic warfare solutions and have 15 plus years assisting customers solving solution requirements. My team identifies, defines, and provides support throughout the entire project lifecycle. They are dedicated to delivering exceptional customer service and ensuring the smooth completion of projects. Brian Loeb is a product manager at PIC Wire and Cable. He leads the product management group and is responsible for product planning, development, road mapping, and translating customer requirements into technical specifications. His focus is on the MACHFORCE product family and complex assemblies. He has over a decade of product management experience with prior experience in the electrical distribution, mechanical, power transmission industries. So let's discuss what we'll be covering today. We'll briefly explore the advancements in technology that continue to drive innovation in rugged computing and associated hardware used in the aerospace and defense industry. These advancements demand a significant increase in bandwidth to support various critical applications and interfaces. This is further complicated by the need for small form factor LRU interconnect solutions. We'll dive into some factors driving this need, discuss high-speed Ethernet, just-in-time networking, and low-latency data transfers in bandwidth-intensive scenarios. Finally, we will discuss how our innovative D38999 style connector family can help alleviate your interconnect challenges. Robust network connectivity is essential for aerospace and defense operations. Rugged hardware is essential for providing reliable, high-speed data transfer and low latency to support real-time communication and critical operations. There are several factors to consider. Construction must include features like a reinforced chassis, shock-mounted components, and rugged connectors. This will ensure their ability to withstand mechanical stress and harsh environments. Solutions must withstand extreme temperature ranges, ensuring consistent operation in both freezing cold and scorching hot conditions. Hardware must be shielded against electromagnetic interference, preventing disruptions from external sources like radio frequency signals or other electronic devices. Components must be built to handle the high levels of vibration and shock, allowing them to survive in environments such as military ground vehicles, UAVs, and manned aircraft. Ruggedized solutions most often require an IP rating, making them resistant to water and dust, enabling operation in humid or dusty environments. Interconnect components, often overlooked, must match the performance of the ruggedized computing hardware to ensure mission success. Advances in technology with rugged computing and switches have revolutionized the way industries operate in challenging environments. Several significant advancements have occurred and continue to occur in ruggedized computing, switches, and associated interconnect solutions. This has enhanced their performance, durability, and adaptability. Here are some notable advancements. Improved durability. Rugged computing devices and switches have become more durable and resistant to environmental factors. They often comply with industry-specific standards such as MIL Standard 810 Gulf and IP ratings for dust and water resistance. Enhanced ruggedized techniques, including reinforced chassis, shock-absorbing materials, and sealed connectors. All of these contribute to their ability to withstand harsh physical conditions, such as drops, vibrations, and exposure to water or dust. Solid-state drives. The adoption of solid-state drives in rugged computing has greatly improved data storage and retrieval capabilities. SSDs often offer faster read-write speeds, lower power consumption, and higher reliability, making them ideal for rugged computing environments where data integrity is critical. Advanced power management. Power management is crucial in any computing environment. This is further complicated for solutions where a stable power supply may not be readily available. Advancements in power management technology have led to the development of energy-efficient components, low power modes, and extended battery life in rugged devices. Furthermore, the integration of renewable energy sources such as solar panels allows for the sustainable power generation in remote or off-grid locations. Enhanced connectivity. Rugged switches have witnessed significant advancements in terms of connectivity options. Gigabit Ethernet and Power over Ethernet technologies have become standard features in rugged switches. These advancements enable high-speed and reliable network connections, even in harsh environments. Solutions now feature advanced network management capabilities. Network hardware often include built-in management software with user-friendly interfaces for configuring and monitoring network parameters. Additionally, features like quality of service, VLAN support, and network redundancy protocols enhance network performance, reliability, and security. IoT integration. The integration of rugged computing devices and switches with the Internet of Things has expanded their capabilities. IoT-enabled sensors and devices collect, transmit real-time data from rugged environments, enabling proactive monitoring, predictive maintenance, and efficient resource management. These advancements in technology have significantly enhanced their capabilities, enabling industries to operate efficiently and reliably in challenging environments. Applications utilizing this new hardware continue to push the boundaries of what is possible, allowing for increased productivity, improved safety, and seamless connectivity in rugged settings. These application advancements are placing an ever-increasing demand on interconnect capacity and speed. Some applications that are utilizing these advancements and pushing capacity are the following. ISR. The increased bandwidth requirement in military applications within ISR are driven by the need for real-time situational awareness, rapid decision-making, and effective coordination in dynamic and challenging operational environments. Advanced sensors. Modern aerospace and defense systems employ advanced sensors such as radar systems, LiDAR, infrared cameras, and acoustic sensors. These sensors generate a continuous stream of data which needs to be collected, processed, and analyzed for detecting and identifying potential threats or anomalies. Increased bandwidths are essential for timely data transmission from these distributed sensors to centralized processing systems, enhancing situational awareness and enabling rapid response. High-resolution imaging, including satellite imagery and aerial surveillance, provides crucial intelligence and situational awareness. However, the large file sizes associated with high-resolution imagery necessitate higher bandwidth for rapid transmission and analysis. Countermeasures. Effective countermeasure coordination requires real-time communication and data exchange among different military units and platforms. Increased bandwidths enable seamless and high-speed communication between command centers, defense systems, and response units, facilitating swift decision-making and synchronized countermeasure deployments. Electronic warfare requires robust communication and data transfer capabilities. Electronic attack involves the transmission of powerful jamming signals to disrupt or degrade enemy communication and sensor systems. Electronic protection aims to safeguard friendly systems from enemy electronic attacks. Unmanned systems. Unmanned aerial vehicles, unmanned ground vehicles, and unmanned maritime vehicles are becoming integral parts of aerospace and defense operations. These unmanned systems generate massive amounts of data that require real-time transmission for mission-critical decision-making. Real-time data analysis. The ability to process and analyze data in real time is essential for mission success. The integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities into rugged computing switches holds significant potential for aerospace and defense applications. AI and ML algorithms can process vast amounts of data in real time, enabling faster and more accurate decision-making, which requires substantial bandwidth to ensure timely and accurate decision-making. Multiple advanced, complex, robust solutions are being designed into forward fit in existing mission-specific ground vehicles, UAVs, and aircraft. These solutions must meet weight and space requirements while providing enhanced capabilities within an ever-shrinking footprint. These volume and mass limits have led to additional advancements in ruggedized computing and interconnect hardware. Miniaturization and increased processing power of rugged devices have become increasingly compact while offering higher processing power. This advancement allows for the integration of powerful processors into small form factors. This miniaturization trend has led to the development of rugged tablets, handheld devices, wearable computers, which are particularly useful for field applications. Advanced thermal management. These small form factor devices now incorporate advanced thermal management techniques to dissipate heat effectively. The use of advanced cooling systems, such as heat pipes and liquid cooling solutions, helps maintain optimal operating temperatures, ensuring reliable performance even in extreme heat conditions. These thermal management advancements have significantly extended the lifespan of rugged computing devices and switches. Space and weight constraints have driven the development of compact and lightweight interconnect solutions to aid in difficult installations in mobile, military, aircraft, and remote installations. Now, Brian will discuss PIC wire and cables interconnect solutions that are designed to meet these advanced specifications.
Thanks for the great summary, Thomas. The demand for increased bandwidth and the reductions in size and weight that you just mentioned have driven the need for advancements in interconnect technology. These needs were one of the driving factors in developing one of PIC Wire and Cable's premier product lines, the MACHFORCE line of connectors. MACHFORCE connectors are premium D38999 style connectors that help enable these increased bandwidth demands and the reductions in size and weight that the aerospace and defense industries require, but also provides many additional advantages over standard D38999 style connectors. We'd like to spend some time today digging into these connectors, and I'd like to start by discussing our printed circuit board connectors. Our recent addition of a printed circuit board connector to the MACHFORCE product family allows the connector to be directly mounted to a printed circuit board, or PCB, providing several important benefits in rugged computers and switches. First, let's discuss mechanical stability. When a D38999 connector is mounted to a printed circuit board, it becomes an integral part of the design, providing increased mechanical stability and reducing the risk of connector damage due to mechanical stress or vibration. This is crucial in applications where the system may experience significant shock and vibration, such as military vehicles or aircraft. Second is signal integrity. The MACHFORCE PCB connector ensures a consistent and reliable electrical connection between the connector and the circuit board, minimizing the risk of signal interference or loss. This is vital in aerospace and defense systems, where reliable data transmission and communication are essential for mission-critical operations. And third is space. Using the PCB option allows for a more compact and streamlined design, saving space within the system. This is particularly important in aerospace and defense, where size and weight constraints are significant considerations. With the addition of the printed circuit board connector to the portfolio, PIC Wire and Cable now offers a complete interconnect solution. Let's take a look at some of the other benefits of MACHFORCE. We started to discuss the space and weight constraints that exist in military and aerospace applications earlier, but let's dig in a little deeper. OEM solutions targeted for these applications are consistently faced with the need to add functionality while being pressed to reduce weight and minimize footprint. MACHFORCE connectors were designed with these constraints in mind, and their proprietary high-speed modules allow you to pack 10 ports of 10G Ethernet into a size 25 shell. Alternatively, typical D38999 offerings pack 7 or 8 ports in a size 25 shell, and some discrete wire designs pack only 4 ports in a size 25 shell. The additional ports in MACHFORCE connectors provide design engineers the ability to reduce the number of standard D38999 connectors and save space and weight. Similar to the size 25 connector, the size 17 MACHFORCE connector allows for 4 ports of Ethernet, while most standard size 17 offerings only allow for 2 ports. Next, I'd like to talk about robustness. The MACHFORCE connector was optimized to provide premium performance in harsh aerospace and defense environments. These connectors have been qualified to the extreme temperatures of -65 and 200 degrees Celsius, and when coupled with PIC Wire and Cable's 10G Ethernet cables E6A 6824 and E6A 6826, which have also been qualified to 200 degrees Celsius, you have an extremely robust high-speed data interconnect solution that is capable of performing in harsh military and aerospace environments. Also, MACHFORCE connectors have been qualified to stringent MIL DTL 38999 requirements for shock and vibration. And if your application needs a water-sealed solution, the MACHFORCE connector bodies combined with the straight and 90-degree sealed back shells meet the stringent IP67 water ingress protection limits. Next, I'd like to spend a minute discussing high-speed Ethernet performance and signal integrity. To start this discussion, we need to talk about one of the truly unique aspects of MACHFORCE connectors, which is the high-speed module, also referred to as the HSM. This intricately designed module not only enables the space and weight savings we've discussed so far, but also enables the connector to maintain outstanding signal integrity. If we look a little closer, you can see the unique elements of the design. First, look at how the modules are configured in a linear manner. This is what enables the additional port density and provides superior electrical performance by reducing crosstalk between adjacent modules. You'll also notice that the HSM allows every twisted pair to maintain its twist right to the pin and socket, which provides very impressive impedance control. Also notice the ribs in the high-speed module that allow each twisted pair to remain isolated from the other. And there is also a plastic insulator on the HSM. We have carefully selected the materials for these insulators, and the dielectric constant of these materials helps prevent interference from the pins and sockets. From there, we can see that when the high-speed modules are inserted into the MACHFORCE connector body, there is a ground connection between the HSM and the connector body. As MACHFORCE connectors are mated with other MACHFORCE connectors, grounding is maintained through the system, and all this contributes to superior isolation of the twisted pair signals. Overall, the high-speed modules are game changers and make it possible to design applications that previously were not possible. As an example, we designed a 24-gauge Cat6A assembly with 5 unique connection breaks and performed the standard Cat6A channel test. The assembly maintained 10 gigabit signals and passed the test at lengths greater than 270 feet. Next, I'd like to talk about one of the biggest advantages of MACHFORCE connectors, which is its ease of termination. Customers repeatedly told us about the time-consuming difficulties they have in terminating the contacts in their standard D38999 connectors, so a simplified termination was paramount when designing the MACHFORCE connectors. Termination time has become an ever-increasing problem, particularly post-COVID, as skilled labor has becoming increasingly difficult to find and retain. Easier and faster termination financially translates to cost savings, and productivity improvements in the shop means skilled technicians can focus on other value-added activities. With MACHFORCE connectors, your most experienced technicians won't be required to complete the termination. Another important aspect is that MACHFORCE connectors use industry-standard 22D pins and sockets that are robust enough to minimize the likelihood of being bent or damaged during installation. This is key because the pins used in the contacts of other 38999 connectors are sometimes so small that even skilled technicians have difficulty working with them. A final note on installation is that MACHFORCE can be completely terminated with standard tools, so there's no need to procure additional tooling. To prove out the ease of termination, I'd like to walk through a quick video to demonstrate the process. To start the termination process, carefully remove 0.9 inches of the cable jacket and marker tape. Fold the braid back over the cable jacket. Now remove the foil and tape. As with any cable preparation, use caution to ensure you do not damage the insulation on the twisted pairs. Once the foil and tape are removed, bend the twisted pairs outward at 90 degrees to expose the spline. Carefully cut each vein of the spline until it is easily removed. Now untwist the wire pairs approximately 1/2 inch so the wire ends can be stripped and crimped, and strip the wires. Once all the wires are stripped, crimp the 22D contacts onto each wire, but use caution to ensure insulation is flush with the contact for optimal performance. Now you can retwist each of the wire pairs into their original orientation. Slide the grommet into place. From there, we need to comb out the braids and center one braid between the blue pair and brown pair, and center the other braid between the orange pair and green pair. Then fold the braids over the grommet and trim the braids flush with the nub on the grommet. Now we are going to install each set of twisted pairs into the HSM by opening the door on the HSM and inserting each set of contacts into the HSM grooves. When doing this, it is imperative to ensure that the cables are properly arranged for the correct pin or socket termination. The next step is to pull the contacts up to the insulators and snap them into the insulators. Shut the door on the HSM and tighten the screw to the proper torque. The final step before inserting the HSMs into the connector body is to install the outer insulator over the contacts. Identify the locating key on the HSM and align with the keyway on the connector body. Slide the HSM into the connector body. Once they snap in, the HSM installation is complete. Now that we've walked through the actual termination process, I'd like to point out an additional benefit of MACHFORCE connectors, which is their ability to be terminated and repaired in the field. As an example, let's assume that an intermittent signal issue has been diagnosed as a damaged pin within the connector. After you disconnect the mating connector bodies and remove the back shells, you only need to remove the HSM from the connector body and remove the plastic insulator to inspect all of the twisted pairs. If you find that one has been damaged, you can remove the pin or socket and potentially recrimp. No special tools are needed and no need to purchase new contact. Just use industry standard 22D pins and socket. From there, you quickly put everything back together and move on. Thanks for allowing us to discuss our MACHFORCE connector. Before we end, I'd like to take just a minute to discuss PIC wire and cable. For more than 50 years, PIC Wire and Cable has been a leading provider of high-quality, reliable network cables, data transfer cables, and communication cables for the aerospace and defense markets. PIC is committed to continuing this legacy and is focused on providing superior solutions that meet the challenges of aerospace and defense customers. At PIC, we believe in the power of partnerships. We work with you to achieve each of your unique goals and believe that open and transparent communication between PIC customers and employees is crucial to a successful partnership. Our technical sales team and engineers are an extension of your team, collaborating to find solutions to your challenges and ensuring success. PIC isn't here simply to take your order. We're here to help you every step of the way. PIC is a partner to trust for the long term. And with that, we'd like to thank you for attending today's webinar and are ready to discuss any questions you may have.
Thank you so much for that great presentation. Now let's get to the Q&A. We do have some questions that have come in from the attendees, so we're going to move into answering those right now. If we don't get to your question, don't worry, we will have an answer for you following the webinar. And if you haven't submitted your question yet, you can still do so now by entering it in the Q&A box on your screen and click Submit. We would love to have your questions, or if you have a comment, we would love to hear from you. So please send them in. Okay, and now here is our first question. What configurations are included in the MACHFORCE portfolio? Guys?
I can take that one. Our current portfolio includes a size 17 and 25 jam nut, flange mount, and printed circuit board designs and a variety of keying options. We also offer low profile and standard profile back shells with options for straight and 90-degree configurations. Our current roadmap includes additional sizes and plating options with consideration for a few additional projects that ensure our MACHFORCE portfolio remains current.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Okay, moving on to our next question. I need an option that is not listed in your brochure. Are you willing to make it, guys?
I'll take that one as well. Absolutely. Please feel free to reach out to us via our website and inquire with your needs, and we'll be sure to get back to you and consider the options that you are asking for.
Excellent. Thank you for that. And to the audience, we are in the Q&A. You can still send your questions in at any time. You can add that to the Q&A box on your screen and click Submit. And I just want to mention as well, while you're thinking of your questions, on your screen, there's a few different ways to reach out to the team. So you can request a demo, or you can book a meeting with the team. And on the right-hand side, you're going to notice the resource list with a number of links and PDF documents with more information about PIC wire and cable. And we do encourage you to follow up. Okay, back to the questions. Let's see what's next here. All right, great. You mentioned Cat6a. What other protocols does MACHFORCE support?
Take that one. So we're fully tested and validated with Cat6a. However, we have had several customers purchase test jigs to test their application needs. The fact that we use 22D standard pins, suggest and have customers reach out, build their configuration that they need, and then they can test. We've had customers test HDMI, USB, and discrete I/O through the connector.
Excellent. Thank you for that. And thank you to the audience members for sending all these questions in. Please keep them coming. Okay, now for our next question. Is the MACHFORCE connector currently installed in any applications?
Take that one as well. So far, we have 2 large fixed-wing ISR applications. Both of them have numerous connectors throughout. One utilizes the size 25, and one is utilizing the size 7. We also have a long-term project that's been going on for quite a while with robot test equipment. So it's utilized for building and checking specifications on builds, aviation-based platforms, but the robots utilized within that production cycle. Then finally, we do have several solutions that are being tested on ground vehicles as we speak. Many are getting very close to full production.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for that. Okay, moving along to our next question from the audience. Okay, here it is. What type of assembly or termination capability does PIC wire and cable offer?
So we can fully populate a MACHFORCE connector to your application requirements, both connectors on both ends, or if you have RJ45s on one end to your requirements. Also, we will incorporate your test requirements for the application. We can build our own drawing that we produce based on your information that you provide. And of course, you get to approve that drawing before we build. Or we can actually move and build off of your customer supply drawing. If any of the areas is not terminated, we bag and tag those parts and can send them along for final.
Excellent. Thank you for that.
I'd like to add a little bit here. So we can offer these in a variety of our products, including, the Ethernet products that we discussed today, but also in our RF coaxial 50 ohm products, as well as our 75 ohm products and even our data bus products. Including, if I go back to our 50 ohm coax, we even do it for our ultralight product, which is significantly lighter than traditional cabling for weight and fuel savings on an aircraft. So we will build assemblies for those as well.
Excellent. Thank you for that. And I just want to mention we have a few thank yous that came into the Q&A box. So thank you for attending, and of course, all praise to the PIC wire and cable team and the wonderful presentation. We also have a couple questions about the recording and whether or not this will be available. Yes, it will. You can come back and watch the on-demand replay of this over the next year. You can use the same link that you used today to access the live event, and we do encourage you to come back and watch this at any time. Okay, it looks like that was our last question for today, but as mentioned, if we didn't get to your question for whatever reason, we will reach out after the webinar is over, so please expect a response soon. And again, looking on your screen, we have some additional resources, so if you can, take a look at that, and we do encourage you to follow up there. Once again, I'd like to thank the PIC wire and cable team for the great presentation, and also taking the time to answer some questions. Thanks, guys. And of course, we want to thank the audience members for being part of this event. Thank you for joining us. As mentioned, you will receive an email with a link to the on-demand version, so you can come back and watch this again or share it with your colleagues. And lastly, if you could, please take a moment to complete a survey, which will appear on your screen at the end of this live webinar. And for on-demand viewers, you will find the survey located along the bottom of your attendee console in the survey widget. Again, thank you for taking the time to attend this webinar event. Take care, and we will talk with you soon.